On Game Show Network, anyone can win terrific prizes like this. Broyhill's charming trundle daybed, a stunning daybed styled with a contemporary country flair. In washed pine solids and veneers, furnished by Broyhill.
Let's all play What's My Line? And now, let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, What's My Line's own confection, Soupy Sales.
Thank you, and thank you, Wayne Howe. It's a pleasure to welcome back to our panel this fifth day the very lovely actress of television and movies. Would you please say hello to Joanna Barnes?
As you may know, Broadway's top award is called the Tony, and we have one of Broadway's top Tonys with us today, Mr. Tony Roberts.
I have to realize that there is nothing that you can say about the lady on my left that has not already been said. She's brilliant and marvelous, Miss Arlene Francis.
Thank you. Now here's our ever-loving moderator, Larry Blyden.
Hello, everyone. It has been a lovely week, and we will begin, sadly, to end it with our first marvelous challenger. We have two today. You will never guess them, or our mystery guest. Never guess them. Just to prove it, would our first challenger enter and sign in, please? Never get this. Pamela Wingo. Where are you from, Pamela?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Ooh, it's beautiful out there. Panel, Pam Wingo provides a service. We will now show the audience just what her line is. And we will start the questioning with Soupy Sales.
Thank you, Larry. Now, I know the producers of What's My Line, and they always, when they have a beautiful girl on and to disguise what her occupation is, they always have her dress very feminine, and they throw you off. Are you the heavyweight champion of the world? No, I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't know. On Friday, you get
one down and 9 to go.
Oh, you
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, now, you deal in a service, Miss Wingo?
Yes, I do.
Is it a service that both men and women can avail themselves?
Yes.
Is it a service, do you work for a profit-making organization?
Yes.
If I came to you for this service, would you touch me?
No.
One down and 9 to go. Joanna?
And both men and women avail themselves of this service?
Yes.
And is it in any way, shape, or form beneficial?
Not particularly.
2 down and 8 to go. Tony?
Well, if it's not beneficial, perhaps it is pleasurable.
Yes.
Yes.
Pleasurable.
Do you require any equipment of any kind?
Yes.
Equipment is connected with it.
And do you bring this equipment to the people, or must they come to you?
I can't answer that yes or no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do
Without
people
going
come
mad.
to you for this service? They come to see
Yes.
you?
Yes.
And must you clothe yourself differently than you are clothed now?
Yes.
I got a lot of guesses. I don't know where I'm going. I think it's wonderful that you do this. It's gotten you on this show, and
Yes?
you don't touch men or women who come to you. Am I correct? That was answered.
Yes, she does not.
She does not. Do you prescribe something for them when they leave?
No.
3 down and 7 to go. Arlene?
Is there anything mechanical in your job?
Yes.
Do you work on something larger than a bread box when you're working on it?
Yes.
Would it be the size of an automobile?
No.
What do you mean, is it that size or larger or that size or smaller?
I meant, was it around that size, anything that she works on?
Around that size. 4 down and 6 to go, Soupy.
Do you ever leave the ground?
No.
5 down and 5 to go. Joanna?
Is that an invitation?
Now, this pleasurable mechanical service that you provide for men and women, might it be the kind of service that one would find, like, at an outing, like a carnival or a fair or something?
No.
6 down and 4 to go, Tony.
Is it necessary for the person receiving your service to be in other than a standing position?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. 7 down and 3 to go, Arlene.
Well, then you are yourself in a standing position when you deliver this service, whatever it is?
She could be, probably.
You could be.
Sometimes.
Is the mechanical thing that you work on anything whatsoever to do with any kind of communication?
No.
Communication. 8 down and 2 to go, Soupy.
Are you ever on any... Do you ever move around on any vehicle or of any kind?
Do I personally move?
Yes.
No.
Well, you mean really is
Like
she
with
in a
wheels.
vehicle which itself moves?
Yeah.
Yes, she does do that.
Oh, you do that,
Yeah.
do that. Is this a four-wheel vehicle?
No.
9 down and 1 to go. Joanna, you want to take one
Does
quick
this
guess
vehicle
at it?
operate in the water?
No.
No. No, she is the engineer of a steam locomotive. He is the engineer on a steam engine for the White Mountain Scenic Railroad, which runs over a 40-mile round-trip route between McNary and Apache Wells, Arizona. That was very unusual for a girl to be an engineer. Now, how did that come about?
Last spring, I was riding the railroad with my family, and the conductor came back, grabbed me by the arm, and I think he thought I was a little younger than my real age. And he said, "Do you want to help the fireman?" I said, "Sure." So I rode on the engine the rest of the way.
That's the oldest line I've ever heard in my life.
That's the old you want to help the fireman line.
The old fireman line. Yeah, a little old.
Want to go up in the cabin to the
Yes,
fireman?
little lady.
Now, what do you do? And then that began what? That
Well-
you can tell us about.
I became really interested, and they invited me to come back and learn. So thereafter, every weekend, I spent my time learning and eventually driving the steam locomotive.
Now, what do you do besides just make it go?
Well, early in the morning, we have to get the whole train checked out. We oil all the running parts, check all of those out, and fill the tender with water, this sort of thing, make sure it's got fuel. And then I naturally run the train on the regular run.
Is that hard to do?
It's a little more difficult than it looks like. Most of the time you see the engineer hanging out the window, but it's much more difficult, especially coming downhill. This particular run is on a straight uphill climb. Coming down, you're constantly working with the brakes, and this is where it gets rough.
Do you pass houses or roads or anything where...
Right, we pass no homes, just strictly roads. We hit, about 4 or 5 road crossings.
Now, do you ever just sort of lean out the window there and somebody's driving along and they see you driving that train?
Yes, I give it an extra toot and wave to them.
Isn't that well? We have some film of Pam running the train. I wonder if we could run that, Lloyd, so we could see it. Here she is at work in the morning, I guess. That's getting your suit on, huh?
Right.
How about that for a little engineer, huh? Isn't that amazing? Got the gloves and everything. It's a real train. Look at that.
That particular train weighs 107 tons, or that engine.
Cow. You use fire to build up a head of steam? Is that what it is?
Yes, it's an oil-fueled engine.
How old is that engine?
I think it's roughly 60 years old. I'm not sure, though.
I don't know how you estimate the strength of it, in what you estimate it. Is it horsepower or pull or what?
It's horsepower, and I asked one of the other engineers, and they're not even sure of the horsepower behind it.
What do the passengers say when they see a girl up there running the train?
They joke about it. They're not too sure that they like a woman driver. But in the end, they think it's pretty unique.
Do the other guys on the train think it's okay?
Not bad.
That's lovely. Look at that. How many cars on that?
5 cars, anywhere from 200 to 400 passengers.
That's terrific, man. Thank you very much for being in so much more. We'll be back with more of What's My Line right after this message.
Great party, Susan.
Thanks, Brad. Mom, can I have some more to eat?
Sure, sweetheart.
Do torches and candles bring too much togetherness to your get-togethers? Spread out with new Off Mosquito Coil, the newest off you don't put on. Each coil repels bugs 10 times further than candles, which makes the great outdoors even greater. Make your yard a virtually bug-free zone with new Off Mosquito Coil. Keeps bugs off. S.C. Johnson Wax.
On the one hand, I'm tough, as my family can tell you. On the other hand, I have a soft side. And at last, there's the dishwashing liquid with the same split personality. New Dawn Special Care. It cuts tough grease better than other brands, yet won't remove the natural oils in your skin. So it's gentle and easy on your hands. Come to think of it, Special Care's a lot like me. Tough when necessary, but basically a soft touch.
Introducing New Dawn Special Care. Takes grease out of your way.
Want to make them laugh till it hurts? For a lot less than you think? You know what to look for.
Poise pads with side shields give you the freedom to be yourself.
With Poise, I have the freedom to be who I am, no matter where I am. At home with my family, while I'm at work, or with my friends.
And for even more freedom from leaks, Poise pads with side shields. Uniquely designed to help prevent leaks like no other pad or guard for our best light bladder control protection ever.
And especially the freedom to be just a mom.
Like all Poise products, Poise pads with side shields give you the freedom to be yourself.
For $8, you can join AARP. $8. You get a magazine. You get a newsletter. You get a card. You get 2 cards. Because when you join, your spouse joins free. You get lots of benefits, too. When you travel and close to home. It's only $8. When was the last time you got so much for so little? So go ahead. Why not give AARP a call?
Words. And now, are all of our blindfolds in place?
Yes, sir.
Would our mystery guest enter and sign in, please? Okay, panel, you got about 3 minutes. We'll go one question at a time, and let's start with Tony Roberts.
Who are you? Are you in the, are you in show business?
Mm-mm. Oh, Arlene?
But all that applause, are you in sports?
That was a yes. Soupy?
Oh, would that sport be football?
Joanna?
Would that sport be baseball?
Tony?
Would it be basketball?
Marlene?
Is it a sport with no ball in it at all? What?
That was an That means yes. Soupy?
You mean it is a sport where there's no ball?
At all.
Oh. Okay. Let's try chess.
Okay.
Is it chess?
Nope. Nope. Joanna?
Is it boxing?
Tony?
Is this something that is performed outdoors? That's played outdoors?
Can be. Can be, Arlene.
It can be outdoors or indoors?
Right.
Is it either swimming or track? Smart spit.
Soupy?
All right. Is it swimming?
Joanna?
Track?
Yep.
Dave Waddle?
No. Tony?
Were you at the Olympics?
Was he at the Olympics?
Yes, as a runner.
That's hard to answer.
Oh, I know who
Tony.
it is. Then I think.
All right. What do you think?
Jesse Owens?
Jesse Owens. give it to me, Jesse. What's that? Was he ever at the Olympics? One of the most incredible track men who ever lived. Jesse, I was surprised when you came in because we'd never met before, because I had always pictured you since I was a kid as being an enormous man. And you're not physically that big. Why is it, do you think, that you were that fast?
Well, I was thinner, younger, and had more hair.
Not much.
No, I think that everyone has a God-given talent that he can do one thing better than he can do another. I think that if you have that talent and you have enough people whom are interested and you're willing to make the sacrifice, I think that you can develop that talent to the point of where you can challenge the rest of the world.
Now, when you were training, how long did you train to get ready for the Olympics?
Well, I had this dream when I was 13 years old.
Really?
So it was 8 years later that I was able to realize this dream in Berlin. But it was climbing the ladder of trying to get there is a lot of work, and it's a lot of sacrifice on the part of the individual. But it's also a lot of sacrifice on the part of those whom are interested in your career.
Now, this last Olympics was bizarre, to say the least. Strange things were happening both in the team and out of the team, all over the place. Were you there, or did you just watch it on TV like the rest of us did?
No, I was there. I was there as guest of the German organizing committee.
Mm-hmm.
I was also there as a member of our own Olympic committee, and having a chance to go in the village, and it's part of our job, and we met the various delegations around the world. And I think that when people talk about a bizarre Olympics, to me, the only thing that really bothered me more than anything else was the death of those young athletes from Israel and tyranny from other parts of the world that were there because of their dislike for one nation or another. I think that this was perhaps the greatest tragedy that the Olympics has ever had. We're going to have problems at the Olympics, and the Olympics are to the point now where we have 117 nations of the world and some 12,000 young men and women together. This is a city. And the organizing committee of that is the host nation, and with the IOC and the various Olympic committees throughout the world, yes, they're trying to govern and trying to do the kind of job that perhaps is going to bring about this understanding and the freedoms and all of the things that the Olympics portray. I think that we overlook a few things. We overlook the fact that when 12,000 people can break bread together and they can sing together and dance together, I think that this has a great meaning. That is, as far as I'm concerned. And
it's also amazing, Jesse, that you still, from the 30s, are the embodiment of that spirit for most Americans. Thank you very much for being here. We'll be back with more of What's My Line right after this message.
Let me tell you about how UC Lending took care of our little discipline problem. My husband and I had no discipline when it came to credit cards. The minimum payments alone were killing us.
I see that a lot.
The bank wouldn't even talk to us about a consolidation loan.
But I would.
My husband's brother told us about UC Lending. I called and got Albert.
Al.
He really took the time to listen to what we needed.
I always do that.
He took all our credit cards and other bills and put them on one payment.
A lower payment.
We saved $468 a month.
That's a lot of money.
Thanks to UC Lending, we can afford to do something really special. Send all the boys to camp!
Yes!
If you own your home, call UC Lending now, and let's see what we can do for you.
Who's one of those, like, out-of-body...
Tina, off the phone.
Tacos. I was going out with Joe. I know. Taco Bell. And I seriously seriously, I was so embarrassed for her. She was saying things like, what kind of music do you listen to? Granted, it's one of those...
That irresistible Taco Bell taste you crave.
That's everything.
You can make it right at home with Taco Bell Home Originals.
There's a really, really bad burn my neck.
Taco Bell Home Originals. The crunch you crave.
$99. $99.
For only $99, you can experience the fun and excitement of Orlando and see your favorite attractions. You'll get first-rate hotel accommodations and enjoy fabulous food. Plus, we'll extend your vacation an additional 2 nights in Daytona Beach. That's 6 days and 5 nights for less than $17 a day, and kids go free. And with your order, you'll get our Florida discount book published by Entertainment with hundreds of dollars in savings. Call now.
Hurry, this is a limited time offer and space is limited. All major credit cards are accepted. Call now 800-646-1151.
Thank you, Wayne. Before we go any farther, we'd like to tell everybody that Jesse Owens is a pillar in the community where he lives and a man who is an inspiration to a great many people. And we're very grateful for Sports Illustrated for helping to arrange this appearance today. It was very kind of them to do it and to help us. Okay, now with our next challenger, enter and sign in, please. Richard Rainwater. Rainwater. Sit down. Where are you from, Mr. Rainwater?
Garden Grove, California.
Garden Grove, California. Now then, panel, this little goodie which I have in my hand here. Rainwater, I'm all right.
On your head.
Rainwater Richard Summer Service is vice president of the company which sells this product so that you can get a better look at it. Jennifer, would you bring out one of these for everybody in sight and give each one? Now, you've got to examine it, and you have to figure out what it's for. This little goodie right here. First, we'll show the audience what this little device is used for.
Okay.
Okay, and let's start the questioning with the very puzzled Joanna Barnes.
Do you make anything edible with this thing?
Do you make it edible?
Well, no, I mean, is it... Well, it looks like you make macaroni out of it. Is it for something to do with the kitchen?
Yes.
I don't know how to answer that. Yes, it's
has something to do with the kitchen.
Well, that's it, folks. That's all for the folks. It has something to do with the kitchen. It had to do with the preparation of food.
Yes.
Now, whatever, I put something in here, like, how about garlic? Is this a garlic masher?
Is it a garlic masher? No, it's 1 down and 9 to go. Tony?
Well, it would be a very...
For making halava into small, stringy pieces.
No.
Oh, you're not seriously going to give me a no?
No?
Oh, are you seriously taking that away from me?
I want to, but I'll give it back to you if you were making a jest.
I was going to suggest, perhaps, that it's for making butter.
Making butter?
Making butter.
2 down and 8 to go. Arlene, it is to laugh, Tony.
Is the food that you put in here, when it comes out the... When it comes out the other end, is it grated in some way?
No.
No. 3 down and 7 to go, but that's a legitimate question.
Well, I think it's a spaghetti maker for midgets. It's indeed, you put it and you make spaghetti by pushing it in it.
4 down and 6 to go, Joanna.
You put something in here, and I said it was a garlic masher now, and you said it isn't. But may I assume that you put
and
something...
I would not lie to you.
...in here... I doubt that. May I assume that you put something in here and mash it up so it's more useful?
No.
Oh.
5 down and 5 to go, Tony.
Don't do that.
Back to the halva.
Does it have something to do with seasoning of some kind? Seasonings. Do you put something in here that can fall into the herb family?
Into the herb family. 6 down and 4 to go. Arlene, you want to take a...
Now, I want to ask you something. It is curved on the bottom.
Yes.
Is the reason that it is curved because it has to fit over something?
Yes.
Yes.
It fits over a 4-leaf clover when I overlook it.
I'll throw them all over. Tell me quickly what you think, or I'll throw them over.
I think that you use it to...
You use it to butter corn. Isn't that smashing? Listen, we're about to run out of time here, Richard, but would you show us how this works?
And give us some corn.
There's a ear of corn.
This is, you have butter inside, of course, or margarine, and you just move it along the corn.
Fantastic.
And the heat from the corn extracts the right amount of butter.
Listen, where can you get them and how much are they?
They can order them direct from NUCOA, N-U-C-O-A, Post Office Box 817, Garden Grove, California, 92640.
Okay, you've just seen a brief demonstration of the corn butterer. We'll be right back with a larger demonstration featuring our entire cast right after this message.
They're talented, they're famous, they're game show hosts, and now you could be one of them. Introducing Game Show Network's Coast to Coast Search for a Host. One finalist from each city we visit will be flown to Los Angeles to compete for the grand prize of $10,000 and a hosting opportunity on Game Show Network. I'm Mark Summers inviting you to come on down. We're coming to Baltimore. Auditions will be held on Saturday, June 27th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the White Marsh Mall. Brought to you by Comcast Cable and Game Show Network.
You'd think with a job like mine, I'd be walking around with a permanent smile.
Hi.
But when you have to get this close, I want to be sure my mouth feels really clean and my teeth are healthy. That's why I use Crest Multicare. It's got this great foaming action. It even kills bacteria to help leave my teeth clean and my breath fresh. For me, the best part is getting to work with the ladies.
Okay, girls, swim class.
Behind that healthy smile, there's a Crest kid.
They wouldn't start without me.
They have the marshmallows.
Would they?
Oh, let me see.
You guys, you're making Rice Krispies treats in there.
This is fun.
Maybe Tony the Tiger needs a partner. This is no way to treat a cultural icon. Duh.
That was fun. Hey, Pop. Next time you should join us. Kellogg's Rice Krispie cereal. Let someone in on the fun.
I am Mulan. Your table is ready.
Everybody's getting into Disney's new epic adventure, Mulan, only in theaters. And now, McDonald's presents Mulan action figures, one in every $1.99 hamburger Happy Meal.
We can't reach the food.
Patience, Father, patience.
The Mulan Happy Meal, only at McDonald's.
Can somebody say McDonald's?
I heard a commercial about this program called Hooked on Phonics. And I said, I think, maybe we should try this. Within a matter of weeks, really weeks, I would say within 3 weeks, you could see a significant difference.
It was absolutely the key we needed, period.
It was.
That's all.
It was the tool we were looking for. And her teacher was happy. We were happy. Katie was happy. Katie wanted to read.
Hooked on Phonics comes with a 90-day guarantee. Call 1-800-ABCDEFG.
For $8, you can join AARP. $8. You get a magazine. You get a newsletter. You get a card. You get 2 cards. Because when you join, your spouse joins free. You get lots of benefits, too. When you travel and close to home. It's only $8. When was the last time you got so much for so little? So go ahead. Why not give AARP a call?
I just think this is absolutely splendid. It's something the world has always needed, and it's finally come to us. Thank you for being with us on What's My Line. Thank you, everybody, for being here this week and today, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
This is Wayne Howell reminding you that What's My Line is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Miss Frances Gowns by Bonwood Teller. This program is recorded.
Want to see more occupations? Tune in to the classic version of What's My Line with John Daly, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. It's time to register. To play our interactive game shows, call 1-800-537-GAME now. It's fast, it's fun, and it's free. You only have to register once to play forever on Game Show Network.